Today's video is going to be a real chill girl talk video. We all have had or have a bestie, a day one A1. Some of us are lucky to have like a close-knit group of friends. Some friendships just fizzled out. Whether you relocated, they relocated, someone got married, someone's in a long-term relationship, you're chasing your dreams, they're chasing their dreams. Whatever the case is, I feel like change is inevitable. Like, we have to change at some point. But what about the friendships that just abruptly end? Like, the friendship just came to an end, you're not really sure what transpired, you didn't really see the signs, and you're left like questioning yourself, like, was it me? Did I do something wrong? I feel like women have definitely lost that community vibe. From the beginning of time, we've been the ones that kind of keep the community together, and that's just like our divine feminine energy. Like, we care for each other, we care for other people. It's that loving, empowering energy. But a lot of us have kind of strayed from that. Not a lot of us are intentional. There are some of us out there, but for the most part, I don't think that we view friendships like how we view relationships. Just like you will work things out with that guy or that girl, you don't necessarily do the same thing in your friendships because we're not taught to. We're taught that friendships are just supposed to be easy breezy. And there's even people out here that's saying things like, hey, you know, I'm the low maintenance friend, or I'm looking for a low maintenance friend. Low maintenance meaning you don't want to put any effort, because everything requires maintenance. All relationship requires maintenance. Like, a lot of us are just in competition with each other, silently or not, either A, for the male gaze, or B, just for like the attention. And for the longest time, I was just like, you know, where does that come from? I too have had my faults, you know. I always say this in like my videos, like, you could be the bad guy in somebody's story. I could be the bad guy in someone's story. I don't know, because I'm only going based off of the knowledge I have right now. Like, me, 2.0 me, she got it together. Like, she's very much self-aware and trying to change and trying to get better. Me back then, I don't know, I could have been a mean girl at some point. And there's a couple instances where I'm like, yeah, I sure as hell was a mean girl. People really can only meet you where they meet themselves. Like, most of the time, people don't even like themselves. They don't stand up for themselves. They don't give themselves like good self-love. So how can they love you? How could they be there for you or respect you when they're not even there? And like, I understand if you were never taught about love and community, it's going to be hard for you to A, find that, and B, to actually be that to someone else. So I'm hoping by having like this open discussion that like you can really tap in and figure out, what side are you on? Are you on the side where you were the issue and you need to do some work? Are you dealing with someone who has a mother wound? Do you have a mother wound? Because that's a whole topic that another video for that. But it's out there. It's no secret that typically if you have issues with the maternal figures in your life, your mom, your aunt, your grandma, whoever raised you, you're not going to necessarily know how to form the best female friendships. It's either you're going to be super attached, meaning that friend or friends have to be everything for you, or B, you're just going to cut women off just because you haven't learned that healthy attachment style with a woman. It's really deep. It's really deep. But I think the first step in us changing the dynamic, in us actually empowering each other, is one, just being confident and comfortable in who we are. We all come from different walks of life, and that's what makes the world diverse. That's what makes this saucy. That's what makes this a vibe. We all come from different walks of life. And instead of being jealous, I've spoken about this in my last video, I'll put it right here. Instead of being jealous and, you know, envying someone for something that they have, why not look at it as like, yo, this is something that I also can do. Let me try to learn from this person. Let me try to do the research. Let me try to figure out how I can be the best version of that within myself. I hope this makes sense. You start to attract different people when you work on yourself, when you work on your inside. While I do believe in community and believe in strong friendships, I do believe your friends can even be like your chosen family. I think it only works once everyone is healing or healed, and I'm leaning more towards healed. We're all constantly improving. I don't have it all together by far, but it's kind of like, this is why therapy, this is why self-work is so important. If you have a mother wound, or if you're not confident, like you don't think you're that girl, that woman, you cannot go out here and make new friendships and make them from a healthy space, because you're not in a healthy space. So just make sure you're constantly checking yourself. You may be a positive person or someone that, you know, puts good energy, good vibes out there, but because of your circumstances or where you were raised or how you were brought up or whatever, you may sometimes have like negative intrusive thoughts. And it's kind of like, if you're working on that, if you're able to counter them, of course you can have friendships. But if you're the kind of person like you're cutting girls off because she can come to, I don't know, a brunch, or you know, she has a whole family and like she didn't text you back for like 2-3 days and you're angry. Like there's literally women that are out here that are like that. And like, we all have our own thing going on, whether it's family, career, chasing our dreams. Like, we should all know that we have our own life going on. But there's that fine line between A, you want your friend to be your everything, like your mom basically, or B, you want a friendship that's just so low maintenance that y'all talk to each other every 3, 4, 5, 6 months. That to me doesn't make any sense. There's always that happy medium, and it's just about finding it. For me personally, I just feel like being in my late 20s, you know, I'm all for giving second chances. I'm all for seeing people, meeting people where they are. You know, you have different friends for different things. You have different acquaintances for different things. And it's not necessarily putting people in a box. I don't really like that vibe, but it's more so just being like, everyone gets a fair chance. You know, we see how the friendship develops, and some people become like sisters, like real life family. It's insane, it's crazy. You're going to have your turn up crew, you're going to have the girlies you can talk business, goals with, you're going to have the girlies that you may just be active with, so that's your yoga, your gym girlies. And once in a blue moon, you find a girly or two that encompasses all of that. People can evolve and the friendship dynamics can change, but I just think it's so important to, one, not let anybody play you, but two, just be open to the possibility of like change. Friendships, just like relationships, are a beautiful part of this human experience. We meet people that we're growing with, we evolve with, and they're just meant to be a part of our lives. There are people that's only there for a season, and you can be grateful for the good they did in that season. But if it turns sour, if it turns bad or toxic, and you've tried to resolve the situation, you've tried to have like a big girl conversation, and it just doesn't go down well, it is okay to let that person go. It's okay for a chapter to come to an end. So I kind of feel like embracing change or making new friendships come from, like I spoke about, healing yourself, right? But I feel like there's a certain type of openness that you need to have. Like, you literally have to tell yourself that you're capable of meeting new amazing people that have the same vibes and energy as you, and it will happen. Just like we manifest money, just like we manifest relationships. I say this all the time, we literally can manifest friendships. And that's a wrap for today's video. I just thought this would be a cute, fun video that I can talk to y'all. We can have some real life banter about the issues that's going on out here. Let me know what y'all think. Friendships? women, the cattiness, the vibes be off or on. Like I just, I don't have time, I don't have patience for it. That's why the circle's small. So listen, the circle's so small. It's so small, like I just, no new friends, no new friends, no new friends, no new. Let me stop. Oh my God, can I low-key be telling it? I know it's the case for some of y'all out here. I ain't the only one, okay?